Hello, good morning, chat. How are we doing today? I keep saying good morning, but it is in fact like noon, and my music is also quite loud. There, that should be a little bit better. I'm also now very suddenly realizing that I forgot to turn on tits. So I'm gonna switch my music and then give me a second, and then I will give you guys the ability to throw things at me. Good morning, Saucy. How are you? Good morning, even though it's not technically morning anymore, but whatever. It's close enough. I turned on all my other stuff. I just forget about that one sometimes. I hope everyone's having a good day so far. Saucy has very kindly brought me a Gatorade with the weird new nozzle that I don't like, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Is this actually, like, working? Be nice if it was working. It appears to be frozen. We're just gonna give it a minute, and hopefully it'll boot up soon enough. I mean, you'll see it when it boots. Oh, it's not responding. It's not responding. Okay. I'm just gonna close it and open it again and hope that that works. Let's give her another go. There it is. Wouldn't be a muffin stream without a bit of without a little bit of scuffins at the beginning. Also wouldn't be a muffin stream without me just like spontaneously losing my ability to speak halfway through a sentence. It happens to the best of us. Thanks for the scuffins, Saucy. Okay, it appears to be working. Let's just hide all of that. There we go. Now you guys can throw things at me, as it should be, as God intended. Today, in case you didn't read the title for some reason, is going to be a Pokemon design stream. But, okay, typically when we finish the Pokemon design streams, we play like a game or something. And I've been playing a lot of Tomodachi Life lately. However, today will not be like that. Today will be, so long as we finish the Pokemon in good time, because last week, Blacephalon took literally 4 hours. As long as we finish the Pokemon in decent time, we're going to be doing more art. Because I said that I was going to make a good summer outfit for my VTuber, and I have yet to do that. I have my one set of sketches that were like my concepts, and I just haven't done anything with it yet. So long as time permits, after we're done Pokemon fashion dolling, we will be designing my outfit and maybe doing some of the rendering and starting on that. It depends on how much time I have, because I do still want to edit some stuff after stream. I feel so productive today. Saucy and I went for breakfast, and I've just been doing some editing. I can show you guys my content planner because I'm kind of proud of it. I've got my little content planner up to date, and God, I just need to edit some clips because I did a really good job at filling up my backlog back when I started doing backlog stuff in November of 2025. But then because school got really busy, I have used up like the grand majority of my backlog. So since stuff has once again calmed down for me, we're into the chill of summer, or I guess it's spring, but summer for me. I am going to be able to spend a little more time getting my backlog back up and going, so I have lots to fall back on when I get into school again in September. I'm already prepared. Because last year I wasn't prepared enough, and then I ran out of stuff to post, and it really stressed me the fuck out, so we're gonna try and avoid that. So I'll be doing more of that this evening, but for now, it's stream time. But I did do some more editing for stuff for my VODs channel before I started stream today. I have been trying to do a better job of also keeping on top of my VODs channel because I am so behind on VODs. I haven't even posted my way up to my debut stream yet. So there is lots for me to go do for that. VODs are pretty easy. All I do is I edit out the breaks, or if there's any like major scuffins that no one really wants to watch, I edit that out. And then they're nice and easy. I just get to upload them. I post 2 a week, or ideally I post 2 a week. I don't always post 2 a week. And then yeah, that's the new VOD's channel structure format thing. So if you don't follow my VODs channel and you are an enjoyer of VODs, there that is for your consideration. It's linked where all the other stuff is linked. Yeah, that's what I've been doing today. I hope you guys have also been having a wonderful, wonderful day. Before we start drawing today, I have brought the thing I said that I would bring. Where is it? It's under my desk. Hold on. Yeah. Okay, I brought the thing I said I would bring. I brought the new Miku figure that I bought and said that we could unbox together. So let's do that. Let's do that before I take too long just stalling and chatting. Whee! Oh, why am I not here? Oh, where did I go? There we go, I'm back. Okay, oh yeah, we got the Mario Kart music today. I don't think I pointed that out, but I felt like doing the Mario Kart playlist today. So I have this beautiful, this is the Miku X Gundam figure. My light is kinda, I'm gonna change where my light is pointed. It's a little too direct. There we go. That should be good. I think, honestly, I can probably turn it off. The natural light is pretty good at the moment. Yeah, that's okay. That's good. Anyway, let's open my new Miku figure. I'm really excited to have this one on my desk. I've been staring at it. I'm like, no, Muffins. You promised you'd open it on stream. You can't open it until you stream. So I've been waiting all damn week. I got this last Friday. And I don't think I have my X-Acto knife in my pencil case, so we will use some scissors instead. Okay, was the light better? It balances things like a little bit if my camera gets used to it. We can keep it on. It's fine. Not like it's bothering me too much. Okay, let's get her out of her box. Let's free her. I just gotta try and get the scissors in there. This is where the X-Acto knife would have been helpful, but it's on my desk somewhere. Not here, so we'll function with scissors. It's fine. Honestly, I think it's just a little bit of tape, so there we go. Tape is open. All right, Miku. Beautiful. Free her. Bring her to me. You can see her in there. Wait, she's pigtailless. You have to attach them yourself. I was wondering how she fit in the box with how like wide her pigtails were. That makes a little more sense. That's a lot of cardboard and stuff. Oh, I'm gonna have to... I didn't realize I'd have to put all of this together. So that's her little microphone. There's an arm. This is the most, like, assembling I've ever had to do with a Miku figure. Typically, they're, like, mostly assembled. Oh my god, Cheese! Thank you so much for subscribing for 3 months! I hope Drifloon gets picked on a day that you can actually watch Drifloon, but the wheel seems to have a very cruel sense of humor and will probably pick Drifloon on a day that you cannot watch. Okay, those are the pigtails. Oh, she's so cute. She's even better than the box art could ever indicate. Aww. There's like a weird little extra nubbin there so she can hold the microphone. And yeah, Cheese, thank you so much for subscribing for another month. I appreciate you so much. Wow, this figure is really nice. I'm very excited about this. I'm getting cardboard everywhere. Ah! Okay, she'll probably look even better when she's all assembled. So shall we put her together? Which way does that fit in there? I just like twist it around until I find the proper orientation for it. Why can't I do this? This should not be this difficult. Am I missing something? What is... Chat, I should not be struggling this hard with putting the arm in place, right? I'm trying to match up the notches to the plastic. They don't match perfectly. Like, it's close, but it's definitely... There we go. It's just really snug. There we go. Okay. Cutie. I like her. Okay, let's make her less bald. Okay, I guess she's not bald, but let's make her hair long. These little red pieces face forward. Please don't be as annoying as the arm. There we go. I really love the hair on this figure. I think that's like one of my favorite parts of it. It's just like that cool little gradient that it does. Look at that. That's awesome. She's so cool. Okay, and then we have the microphone and then the little stand for her. I gotta get open now. Are these the same? Does it come with just like an extra plate for the stand or what? I'm unsure as to how this works. Oh, I dumped the microphone out already. Did this come with instructions that I'm just ignoring? Okay, oh, I guess I still need the microphone base. That's probably important. Okay. Then I just like stick that on there. And then that like clips kind of in there, I think. Okay, let me see if this actually came with instructions, because I need to try and finish this up. Nope, it did not. I'm just gonna use the box for reference as to how it's supposed to go. How are you supposed to work? Oh, this one like literally has the stands holding up her hair. Where am I missing pieces then? Hold on. Let me just do some adjusting. And I have knocked her arm out of the socket. Yeah, so her hair sits up like this. These sit like this, and then yeah, you're supposed to like kind of nest the hair in the stands, but I'm supposed to have another stand. Where the hell is it? Have I dropped it on the floor? There's a good chance I have dropped it on the floor. Oh, no, okay. There we go. That's what I'm missing. It's just clear so I didn't see it. I was so confused. Okay, this is huge. This is a lot bigger than I thought it was gonna be. She's very wide. Okay. So we have these little stands to hold up the hair. I can't believe her hair is so big it needs its own stands. I'm gonna pull it out for a sec. And then this is for her feet. I was wondering why she had a hole on her feet and no stand to put her on, but that makes a little more sense. So she goes like that. The microphone goes like there. Or she's supposed to hold it itself a little bit more. That, I think, makes the most sense to me. Oh, wait. There's a little piece in the back of the microphone that she is supposed to hold. That, okay, that makes more sense as opposed to just letting it hang loose in her hand. Okay, let's get the arm back in. This is where the socket was really stiff, so I was having trouble. There we go, that's better. Okay. And now we must suspend her hair by the stands. Okay, no, that's upside down. The hair is tricky to figure out. Like, I feel like more so than it should be. There we go. Okay. There's one, and then that's supposed to go on this stand. Like so. Holy. This is a very complicated figure. Okay. There we go. That one holds up the hair like that. Let me move her back so I can show her off a little bit more. One, and then... Trying to find the proper spot to get everything to nest is harder than you would think. Okay, and then we do... Okay, I need to hold the figure again. I need to move it closer to me. Miku, your hair is so complicated. And I've clicked the arm mode again. Oh, this figure is very involved. I thought I was just gonna get to take her out of the box and be happy. I didn't think I was gonna have to do all this assembly. Okay, then this stand holds that, and then... Nope. Release the microphone. Hair pieces are literally so damn heavy they need their own stands. That's crazy. uh... Chat, I'm struggling. I'm struggling so much more than I should. Okay, let's also just take this. Let's just try and figure out the hair, and then I can very delicately give her her other stuff afterwards. Okay. And that's wiggling out of her head again now? Okay, stand. Oh, where's the thing? I need to see the thing again. It's gonna look awesome, I promise. And then this is supposed to hold, like, here. Okay. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Okay, so it's just her arm and the microphone now. Now I'm really worried I'm gonna knock this entire thing over. Okay, here we go. Arm, and then... Where's the little divot on the mic? There we go! Separate stands for the hair is wild. Good idea to include, though. Yeah. Well, look at her hair. It's like a freestanding structure all in itself. Let me scoot her back a little bit more so you can see her. Okay, Miku, I'm gonna need you to cooperate with me. Nope. I didn't realize she was gonna be this big. She's gonna take up so much space. Ugh. Okay, there we go. There she is, chat. What do we think? Despite the struggle I had getting that to work, I really like this figure. It's very nice. I knocked her arm out of the socket like 3 separate times, which is crazy. Oh. Hold on, let me stabilize the structures. I don't want to deal with finding a home for her, so I think she's just gonna sit there for the rest of stream. That's just her spot now. Yeah, that's my new Miku figure from Comic-Con. Isn't she beautiful? I like her, even if she gave me some struggle. I can't believe the stands are for the hair. That's crazy work. I'm late. I was playing Helldivers. No worry, Rose. No worries, Rose. You made it before the action really started. I was just struggling to put together my new Miku figure, which took me way longer than it really should have, but that was my webcam mount that I just knocked down. I'm gonna have to fix that, but look at her. She's beautiful. Give me just a moment. Let me fix that now. I kind of need that. I kind of forgot that I can't put that much pressure on my webcam. Hold on. You've arrived just in time for Scuffins, aka me doing stupid things. I'm sorry, webcam. I didn't mean to do that to you. Did you have fun playing Helldivers, Rose? I have never played Helldivers. I know Softy was a fan of Helldivers too. Yes, I did. Good. I'm glad to hear it. What is going on with this? Hold on, chat. It's being weird. At least the music slaps. Okay, there we go. Note to self that I still have to be nice to that webcam mount. It's good, but it's not perfect. Oh no, I knocked down some of my vines. Let me fix that also, otherwise those will be in the way. How did I have this? Something like that. I can fix it better after stream, but that'll be good enough. Okay, there we go. I am going to move Miku a little bit more out of the way, because otherwise she's going to be blocking all of my art supplies. Okay, now we're good. Now back to your regularly scheduled muffins. There's my desk. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's go. See, being late isn't really being late. It's just giving an extra buffer for me to fuck around with everything on stream and get things a little bit more situated for myself. That's just how it goes sometimes. You weren't even really late. We haven't even started Pokemoning yet. Okay. Let's pull out the Pokemon sketchbook. So last week we did Blacephalon. It's been a little bit. With my con week and everything, we didn't really do all that much Pokemon as fashion doll thingies. So I've had a little break. I miss it. I miss it for sure. Yeah, but I don't get to complain about you being late, which is tragic. That is true, Rose. And you did miss this week. I was a minute late today, so, and I didn't even get any late reminders on it. It was bliss. Also, I was complaining about this last time, but look at the Gatorade nozzle. Why? I don't like it. I'm gonna drink it because it's Gatorade, but I don't like it. No, I would have bitched so hard. I could tell. I could tell your mind was elsewhere, so I started stream. No one can complain about me being late but myself. Alright, shall we bring up the wheel? The wheel. I think I only have one new addition this time, which is Larvitar, which I am excited about. I love Larvitar. What a cute little guy. So, are we ready? I feel like I have stalled enough. Hello, Toko. Thank you very much for the sunglasses. Now I feel so cool. Now I feel like we gotta spin the wheel right now because I'm looking very cool. Let's see who the Pokemon for today is. Give her a spin. Who we got? Why is Riolu still on this wheel? And Lucario! Okay. We're not gonna have to wait long to do the Riolu evolution. That's exciting. I think I have ideas for Lucario. I know you guys wanted me to make her hot, so that's what we're doing. Can I add one suggestion? You may add a suggestion, Rose. Even though we have already done our spin, I will happily still take suggestions. Pokopia Pikachu? I haven't considered doing any of the Pokopia ones, but I could. Let's see if Bulbapedia has an easily accessible one for me, or I can just put Pikachu. Bulbapedia doesn't have an easily accessible Pokopia Pikachu for me to look at. Oh, what a cutie. Probably gonna take me a minute to get a good image of it, but I will remember to add that after stream. That is very cute. Okay. Let me not knock my webcam down now that I remember that that's a thing that I can do. Hello, Toes. Oh, what a lovely little emote combo you've got there. I feel so loved. How are you doing today? Welcome to stream. We're drawing Lucario. I'm gonna take my jacket off for this one, gang. We're gonna make her hot. You're good? I'm glad to hear it. I feel so naked having my bare arms out on stream. Picking some markers that'll match this. You got another interesting one? Do I want to see it? The answer is yes, I want to see it. I can do more of like this orangey brown. I think that feels a little better. Even though Lucario doesn't actually have any orange on it. I feel like that'll work for the design. I like that one, Chose. That one's pretty good. I do love the little club penguin there going at it with the mop. It's so magnificent. Chat, would you guys watch a stream if I played Club Penguin on stream? Because I, like, kind of really want to. I want to do the gotta clean up. It's important. You can't just leave that lying around. I particularly want to play, like, the Club Penguin spy missions on stream. Yeah, okay. Maybe we do that sometime. Maybe that's a fun stream for me. I would be down. Yippee. Okay. It feels like a good idea to me, because I love Club Penguin. Excuse me while I maneuver my setup around a little bit to get where I want to. There we go. We're like slightly crooked. Okay, Lucario. Lucario is interesting. This is the first one that we're doing where I've done another part of its evolution line already. They actually posted my short about doing Riolu yesterday. So I'm kind of taking the, like, doing the pre-evos as, like, younger siblings or, like, kids or whatever. Everything is crooked, chat. I thought I had it set up properly, and everything is crooked. Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna get rid of the box. You're fucking kidding me. I spent so long setting that shit up. Okay, Miku, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I knocked you over. You're gonna have to get out of the way. You weren't here earlier. This is the new Miku figure I got. She comes with 2 extra stands to hold up her hair because it's that big. I'm learning very quickly that it's also annoying. She's gonna go over by my monitor for now. I might just have to deal with this after stream, man. All the pieces are everywhere. Okay, Lucario. Let me pull up the Wikipedia page. Premiere Pro is throwing errors at me. That's annoying. I would love to fix that for you, Premiere. However, I don't know if I can do that right now. I'll worry about that in a little bit. Okay. Bulbapedia. Let's research. I'm seemingly a little all over the place today, but that's pretty typical of me, I think. Okay. Bring back the research tab. Here it is. Here's the research tab. Let's learn about Lucario, shall we? Dual type fighting steel. I can do some cool stuff with steel, I think. I kind of forgot it was part steel type. There is a new Mega Lucario that I didn't see because I didn't play the Mega Dimension expansion. Yes. It has spikes. I can add spikes. It has pointy teeth. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. I know Lucario's whole thing is like auras, which, yeah, is cool. The aura stuff is really fun in Super Smash Bros. That's what I know about. I play a lot of Lucario in Smash. Okay. I don't love it shiny. It's not terrible, but I don't love it. Cool. I don't really need game data. Let's go find the trivia section. That's typically what I like for stuff. Oh, look at those beautiful Pokédex entries for Scarlet Violet. That's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of stuff to scroll past. I don't think I'm gonna get much good info from its moveset, but who knows. Side games. Mega sprites. In the animation. Yeah, he's in the animation a lot because he's popular. There's like a whole movie about him. Let's look at its... Oh, no, those are the anime Dex entries. I actually don't care that much about this. Oh, look at him in the manga. He's cool in the manga. Trivia, there we go. Lucario has the highest... Omega Lucario Z or Z has the highest speed stat of all Steel-type Pokemon. That's all Mega Lucario's had stuff, though. Yes, I know there's like a big deal about it. Lucario is a popular choice with some fighting type gym leaders. Yep. Yep. Lucario was voted the most popular Generation 4 Pokemon. It's also the second most popular overall. Yeah, people love this bastard. I also like him. I can't complain. Most commonly used Mega Evolution in the animated series. Yeah, okay. This is cool. Derived from the Japanese transcription of... I don't think I'm going to be able to say that properly. That one. Or a Chalcum, probably, is how that's said. Or Oracle, which refers to its supernatural abilities with aura. May also invoke the Greek for wolf. And maybe Luchar, which is Spanish for to fight. That's kind of neat. That's kind of fun. I'm gonna disregard a lot of that. I want to make her punk. I saw the spikes. I want to make her punk. Do you guys like how I spent so much time reading through that? I'm like, yeah, we're not gonna use any of it. I need a lighter blue for this, actually. I feel like I could do some pretty cool hair. I mean, Lucario's already kind of got some hair going on. And I feel like we can... Sees lore, completely disregards it. Real. True. That's exactly how I work. At least for this. You know, sometimes I pay attention to what their lore and stuff is supposed to be. Sometimes I have a better idea. Keep that part like kind of pinned down. I don't know how we're gonna accomplish the ears. I could just do like a spiky hairstyle. But I kind of really like that kind of hair. Hmm. I forgot my nice pen today and I'm really upset about it. I don't have the one that I typically use to sketch with, so we get to use this one, which is inferior. It's not as good. Kind of already got the shapes going in there. Yeah, it's just figuring out how we're gonna do the pointy without just giving her cat ears. I think I can do Lucario pretty quickly, though. I think we're gonna figure out something fast. Yeah, this pen sucks. I hate it. Let's play with this silhouette a little bit more. I'm gonna get a slightly lighter blue so I can just see the stuff that I put on top of it. That one's drying out. That's great. Let's get a different slightly lighter blue. There we go. So we can go based off of this kind of boxy shape for the hair. That I'm just stealing straight from Lucario. That's just pretty much what it looks like on the Pokemon, except I'm just going to add these extra curl bits at the end. Now, I have a couple ideas for this. We can either do it as like a hairstyle, so I can add like extra bits of hair up top to like really fill out the style, and then we can just kind of slightly point those to be the ears. Or I can do it with a hat, which would look something like... I do kind of like that shape with the hat, and then we give it like a little rim. Put some studs on it or something. I kind of fuck with the hat. This is definitely my own personal bias coming through, but I love this style of hat. I don't know. I could like really shape it so we could really emphasize the points and make it nice and like ears. And I think that's pretty cool. Hat might be the way to go. I like hat. Let's hop over to Pinterest and look at some clothing. Excuse me, Saucy. I'm in the middle of something. Okay, here's Pinterest's take on punk stuff. It's not bad. It's a very aestheticized punk, but that's what everything on Pinterest is. It's not just punk. That's kind of dope. And I mean, if we're going for a fashion doll, go in with like a very aesthetic version. Rose, give it back! Well, now I feel a little ridiculous. Boo. Stop! I don't like when you guys team up to make me look stupid. This is as angry as my VTuber model will let me look. I'm displeased. Good work, gang. Ugh. Don't encourage them, Saucy. There is much cool stuff to work with here. I'm a big fan of the, like, very oversized pants. That's typically how I go. I like big pants, I like big boots. And then, like, small top is how I'm feeling. And I think that works pretty well for what Lucario looks like. I guess I have the picture of Lucario up on screen. I don't even need to scroll back to the Bulbapedia entry. But it's got, like, very wide pants and very, like, tightly fit kind of top area. So I think we can very much work off of that silhouette. Let's do a few more sketches. Let's do some body sketches. Okay. So something like that, and then we do like great big shorts. Like hugely oversized shorts. Throw like a belt or two on there, that'd be cool. And then just based on like the black legs that Lucario has on the rest of it, we do like super tall lace-up boots. Might put some spikes on the toes, we'll see. Always platform. Always platform. Pretend those are laced up. And then we do teeny little top. Peak character design. Lucario has this spike like right in the middle of its chest. I can do something like that, or we can do like the good old-fashioned spike. Or I can do like lots of accessorizing. And then we give her nub. And then Lucario also has spikes on the back of its hand, so that means more spikes. Yeah. That's kind of where I'm at. And then we give her like some cool tattoos and stuff. Lucario. Apparently I just had this one locked and loaded. I just didn't know it until now. I like this design. How we feeling about it, chat? We like a good punk Lucario. What am I gonna do for the tail is, I guess, the one question. I could do, like, useless suspender straps again that are just down. That's what I did on Riolu. So it could be a fun, like, little way to sort of tie them back together. Is to just have, like, the pointless suspender straps. Like so. I feel like that could be cute. I love that the Shy Guys are just like in the backtrack of this song. It's so beautiful. Wow. I like this. Maybe we only do that belt on one side for just the asymmetry of it all. And then I turn the Lucario's black mask thing into some cool makeup for her, and we call it a day. Some of these are a design challenge, some of them are just... I have a good idea and we run with it. I don't know what this pose is, but it's gonna help me just show off what I'm trying to do with this outfit. I'm gonna make this like a little off-center. This is the big hat I'm giving her. There. We'll have lots of piercings, I promise. Up. I guess Lucario kind of has those like black bands. We could do that as well. Add a little more like visual variety. Then we do big pant. I'm gonna put, we gotta put a fun pattern on the side of these. Maybe we do like the fighting type symbol. It looks kind of like that. That was a really bad rendition, but you know what I'm talking about, right? Tattoos of some kind. Yeah. And then more bracelet and glove. And big shoe. I didn't leave enough room for the platforms, but there's platforms. I'm just gonna put spikes on the toes of them. I think that'd be cool. That looks very Lucario core. And then big strappy for tail. Yeah, there we go. Probably the easiest sketching process I've... Process? Yeah, process is the word. The easiest sketching process I've had with one of these guys, but I fuck with that very heavily, and any little changes that we need to make can be made on the fly when I'm in drawing tablet mode. Ads are gonna start in like 4 minutes, so instead I'm gonna run them now and get my drawings tablet set up so you guys don't have to miss anything. So I will be right back. I said that, but I don't actually have my ad button up. Okay, now we'll be right back. Hello, I'm back. There's been a meme going around that with the new Star Wars game mode for Fortnite added, they basically just made Battlefront 3. Holy, I remember Star Wars Battlefront. I never played it, but I remember its existence. I did not realize that Fortnite was making a Star Wars game mode. I thought it was a joke, but now that I'm playing it, no, it's just Battlefront 3. That's crazy. They just got the license for it and just made Battlefront. Deadass exactly like Battlefront. Saucy, did you like Battlefront? You're gonna have to play Fortnite now. That's crazy. What am I looking for? I'm looking for that. Okay. You did like Battlefront? Well, now you gotta play Fortnite. Battlefront 3. Will not be downloading Fortnite. Aw, you're no fun. Where's my mouse? Did my... Guys, I think my oh, no, it's okay. My mouse is where it wants to be. I think my computer may have done something weird with my displays again. Hold on. Not as weird as last time, but it's slightly weird. There we go. That should make things a little easier. Okay, shall we draw Riolu? Saucy, I think you should give Fortnite a go. What if it's like really fun? It's shockingly fun. You could just download it just to play the Star Wars version. I don't think anyone would judge you. What if I don't wanna? Saucy, I think we're past the point in time where we judge people for playing Fortnite. You don't have to touch the Fortnite part. Exactly, you could just play the Star Wars part. The OG Battlefront games were the best. I couldn't tell you. Don't even have to look at it. Battlefront 2 2025, the GOAT. Huh. Yeah, I didn't know much about Star Wars Battlefront. I think my brother had one of the games, but I don't know which one it was. It would have been one of like the newer ones because it was on our PlayStation 4 that he had it. Because it's a game mode, there's no loot boxes or microtransactions. Well, that is always nice. I did very briefly want to play Fortnite when they added Miku to it. That made me very happy. And she's like the feature artist or whatever. I'm doing weird shit with the wrist. Hold on. Should I give myself my drawing tablet? I should probably give myself my drawing tablet. I put in all this work to make myself a drawing toggle, and now I just, like, never use it, which is kind of a shame. We're just gonna pretend that that's in a fist and I'll deal with it. Let me turn it. Not like that. I want it to be somewhere that's not gonna give me impossible foreshortening. Oh, Chad, although we're not playing Tomodachi Life today, I must give you the Pastry Island updates for today. Because we've had some stuff happen. Mini Muffins is finally in a relationship and not just crushing on people. Um, so basically what happened was apparently a bunch of people wanted Mini Muffins and just weren't saying anything. But Herbert P. Bear had a crush on Mini Muffins, which is not realistic, but like as it should be. Um, and he went to confess his feelings. Finally, it took him long enough. He's had this crush for like a full week. So he finally went to confess his feelings, and then he got interrupted by Saucy and Twitch chat, both of you. Um, because Twitch chat also had a long-running crush on Mini Muffins, and Saucy just also felt like intervening, even though he turned down Mini Muffins last time they asked him for a date. Uh, but everyone was fighting. LMAO full week. Yeah, literally. It's just stupid. It took him way too long. But Saucy and Twitch chat both got turned down. So Mini Muffins is now dating Herbert P. Bear, as it should be. I love that man. And then also I added a purple guy to the island and he immediately fell in love with Tenna. So I like that. I fuck with that relationship. We're gonna see if anything comes of that. No, I don't wanna I just wanna like move the ankle a little bit. There we go. That's a pretty simple pose, but I like it. Lucario's given me a nice easy time with this. I like it. Thank you, Lucario. Thank you for being so workable. There's my pencil. The wheel could tell how much time I spent with Blacephalon. It felt like being kind and giving me an easy one this time. And for that I thank it. The wheel giveth and the wheel taketh away. I'm probably only playing it into the thing where some people have some specific feelings for Lucario, but if I want to make her hot, that's my God-given right, okay? There we go. Gonna give her a little bit more of a full figure. She gotta look like she has strong legs. And strong arms for that matter. I'm probably gonna give her some muscle too. She's a fighting type. I think it is an appropriate evolution from Riolu being like a Hot Topic kid to Lucario being a full-on punk. I like it. I fuck with that. I just make her mushrooms a little bigger. She can have big arms. Beautiful. I like. I'm looking forward to getting to do some more like art practice and improvement on stream whenever we start doing the teaching Saucy to draw series arc thing. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. Saucy, I hope you're excited. We're gonna do this with pink just because I think it'll look cool. I'm excited. Good. I gotta set up like what our first lesson plan thing is gonna be for that so we can actually schedule the stream. Because that's the big like setback right now, is just that I need to figure out what I'm teaching you. We're just gonna draw boxes for a full stream. Might leave that part like kind of shaved down a little bit. And the hair is going to be pretty stylized this time around, but I think that'll look cool. It just fits really well with the Lucario shapes it has on its head. Yeah, something like that. Give her like a couple of pins on the hat. Maybe like some little studs around the outside. Cute. I like it. Okay, then we give her her little crop top. Love an unnecessarily short top. Let's see. Let's see if TikTok gets mad at me for this one, because sometimes they do. I've drawn less suggestive things that have gotten flagged. I guess having these little cuffs here almost feel a little bit workouty. We can keep with that fighting type thing. I guess I still haven't decided what cool thing I'm gonna do with the shorts, but we'll get there. I'll come up with something soon. So my plan for all of my Pokemon fashion doll designs, other than just the fact that I've been turning them into short form stuff for YouTube and TikTok, is that I'm gonna do them in batches of 6, because that's how many Pokemon are on a Pokemon team. I'm gonna do them in batches of 6 and then post them in like long form videos as well, which I think will be very cool. I still gotta do some like brainstorming and figuring out for the structure of what those videos are gonna be, but now that I've done my first 6, so my first 6 will be Poplio, Galarian Slowking, Riolu, Smoliv, Cinderace, and Blacephalon. Those 5 are gonna go be my first video about it, and I'm very excited. I'm working on that designing my Webkins as humans as well for a full-length video, but it's been quite a while since I put out a full-length video. And that's one of my things that was wanting to do more of this year, was put out full-length stuff. I don't want to just be a shorts creator. Not that there's anything wrong with it, it's just not what I want to do. Oh, I'm gonna need to make this fit the canvas a little bit better. She's a little too big. Those boots are huge. Based, I'll love to watch it. Okay, good. It's good to know that there is interest for that. I think there's like some fun editing stuff I want to try with it. I'm not the best editor, but I try to get better every time I edit things, so. Maybe it's not the most like original TM design for Lucario, but I think she's cool and I like her and that's what matters. Now, all that's left is to quickly figure out what design I'm putting on the pants. Oh, I gotta add. I forgot some belts. Kind of look like my pants. I'll add like an extra chain down here. Good thing I have a chain brush. I don't want to draw that on my own. And make that studded, I guess. Oh, I'm gonna check my own posture. I am slouching. It's looking pretty good so far. What do I want to do for the shorts pattern is the question. I can do like either a sort of strappy design, or I can do like shapes, like kind of up the side like that. Something like that could be fun. Then just have it made from like different fabric swatches. It'd be neat. I'll think. I'm gonna think about it for just a sec. Let's go do her face for now. I'm just using the biflag colors now, aren't I? Oh well. I want to do some extra like piercings and stuff on the ear as well. There. That looks great. And a nose ring for good measure. Okay. Said I was gonna do something fun with the eye makeup based on the mask. I still have not decided what that is, though. I'm gonna make the nose look ever so slightly smaller. I am kind of running out of room to fit the mouth on the face. Should actually probably make the eyes a little smaller, too. I took up too much real estate. And that looks a little bit better. A little bit better. I had to zoom out. The face is kind of wonky. Okay, it's not as bad as I thought it was, but I do still need to just adjust everything a little slightly. Just a little bit, but I think part of it is where I have the mouth at right now. I think I have this eye tilted just a little bit too much for the angle the face is actually at. Okay, that was definitely a big problem. What else do I have to fix? Just adjusting my drawing tablet a little bit to be at a more comfortable angle. I really feel like I want to draw her with her mouth open because I want to give her pointy teeth, but I might have to do just like slightly open as opposed to fully open. Yeah, something like that. Okay, and now what are we gonna do with the mask? I could just do like super dark, like all around the eye makeup. I think that can look really fun. Kind of like the haunted line from Monster High Generation 1 where they just have that like kind of cloudy mask of makeup over their face. I feel like we could do that with like a dark purple or a dark blue or just like even a dark gray and it would look pretty awesome. Yeah. Okay, I'm liking that. And then for the shorts, I'm wondering typically the aura thing accumulates a little bit more in a bowl, but I'm wondering about doing like something that kind of has that vibe to it. Kind of bring in See, now we're respecting the lore, kind of bringing in the aura thing to some of the design. And I'll make this like a bright glowy blue so you can really get the aura vibe. Saying aura doesn't it feels bad now. That's a TikTok word now. Okay, and for her tats, I think I'm gonna do the fighting type symbol for sure. I've lost my mouse. Okay, it looks like this. I guess I should give her the steel type as well. That's one less tattoo that I have to figure out. And then, you know what? I kind of just want to give her more aura tats. Because, again, less for me to have to figure out and still in line with the Mon. We have, like, that running up there. And then I put, like, the steel type thing up here. That's what the steel type logo looks like, right? Let me look it up. Yeah. And then it's just got, like, the little circle in the middle. There we go. And then that's less tattoo that I have to figure out. Okay, and then I'm just gonna make the sketch slightly smaller because currently the platforms are falling off the bottom of the page. There we go. She looks awesome. I like her a lot. Let's just fill up the bottom of the shoe. And then spikes everywhere. Bring the steel type back in. Little studs on her hat. Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, this is awesome. This music feels very fitting. And then that. Okay, Lucario. Looking good, looking spiffy. Let's swap to our typical brush. I'm gonna make it slightly bigger. All right, let's do this. I think the Mario Kart music is working. I feel very hyped today. Let me make those just like a little bit more spiky. Yeah. I guess I should just do that part with color, but I got a little too excited with the extra line work. I do like doing it sometimes. I don't know. I want to work on my line art style a little bit. As much as I don't mind like the line art stuff I've been doing for the Pokemon fashion dolls, I'm definitely still in the process of finding some like methods for my digital art stuff that feel very me. And I don't think I've found that exactly with the line art style yet. I'm probably close, but everything needs work. I definitely am on a little bit of like an improvement grinding arc. I'm very passionate about my art, and I just want to get it back to a level where I'm really happy with the shit I'm making. You know? I just get scared to do the face first, but I always start up at the top of the head, so like doing the face first always feels the most appropriate. Ah. I feel like if this character was actually in a Pokemon team, she would be on like whatever the evil team of the game was. That's just what this design is giving, but you know what? She slays hard and we love that for her. There we go. Gorgeous. Give her her little pins back. Just gonna raise them up a little bit. My one cat lately, chat, has been, well, she's always a menace, but she's been a bigger menace than usual. So, my cats, both of them, neither cat is allowed on the table. However, specifically Earl, who's like our younger cat, she's a little black cat. We love her, but she's a menace. Specifically, Earl just refuses to stay off the tables. And the problem with her is that she's getting wise to the idea of we can get mad at her about being on the table, but nothing is stopping her from just hopping right back up when someone's not looking. And she's gotten very boldly defiant of her with her use of the table. She'll just like hop up there in front of us now. It's like, what you gonna do about it? You're not gonna do anything to stop it. You're gonna tell me to get down, but that doesn't do shit. You'll take me off the table, but I can just get back up. She's getting too smart, and I don't like it. Sounds like how my cat used to be. It is very cat behavior. Some of them just, like, eventually learn. It's like, you're not actually gonna do anything to stop me in the long term. You'll get mad at me, but you love me too much to do anything worse. Which, like, yeah, I'm not gonna fucking, like, smack the cat, really, for anything ever. They don't deserve that, but I am gonna be very annoyed that you've figured out that you've called my bluff. He'd do something he knew he wasn't supposed to, immediately piss off and do it again. Real. Tis the cat way, I think. I lately have been coming downstairs a lot after, like, being off doing whatever, and Earl's just, like, sitting on the table, all loafed up, happily looking out the window. Like, excuse me. So, you know, it's kind of just safe to assume now, if no one's in the kitchen, the cat is on the table. What you should do is take them to the vet. Don't even schedule an appointment, just take them to the building. That's fair. That's a, like, cruel and unusual punishment for the pet, but not actually harmful, just letting them know there can be consequences. That is true. That's probably, like, the best way to do it. If your cats are gonna play mind games with you, you gotta play mind games with the cat. Earl has successfully taught our older cat, Pippi, that there are no consequences for going on the table. And Pippi really likes to try and get human food, so she's learned that she can just hop up on the table and try and steal pieces of people's meals now, too, which is really awful. I caught her licking the dressing off of one of my salads the other day. I was very upset. I like that she's that's, like, accidental from the sketch, but we're gonna give her little dimples. Hello, Kaz. Welcome in. Let's Control S, save my work. Take a little hydrate. I'll do it with the water bottle and not the Gatorade. I will stretch my wrists. Yeah, they needed that. Thank you. And I will fix my posture. Sup, my homies? How are y'all? I am doing good, Kaz. How are you? I hope you're having a good day. Our Pokemon of the day is Lucario. Counterpoint, Gatorade hydrates more. Well, then I guess I'll have a sip of Gatorade as well. Chat, what's up? Stretch your wrist or you'll be in a stupid wrist brace like me. Yes. Here's to not spraining our wrists. Do your wrist stretches. Carpal tunnel is bad. Carpal tunnel hurt. I don't know. I've never actually had carpal tunnel, but I'm assuming it sucks. Feeling pretty good. Started and finished Resi 3. Ooh, how was it? Did you have a good time? Did you like it? What would you rate the game out of 10? I can tell you it's miserable. I will take your word for it. Want to say a bit, but it would spoiler, can I? I don't mind spoilers. Chat, if you mind spoilers, close your eyes or like just close chat or yeah, don't look at the left part of the screen. Resident Evil 3 remake. Yeah, I don't mind spoilers. Give a little bit of texture to the side of that so they're not just tubes. Waiting a bit to see if anyone in chat has a problem, but if I don't see any problems, I'll say my thoughts. Sounds good, Cass. Thank you for being considerate of the spoilers. Chat, consider now your warning that if you don't want spoilers for the Resident Evil 3 remake, close your chat window and just don't look here. I'll cover it. Just don't look at that part of the screen that I'm over top of right now, and then you'll be all good. And I guess maybe mute because I'll probably read the message out. I forever hold such a boomer opinion about the Resident Evil 3 remake, and that's that Nemesis is infinitely better and now on Steam, so just play that instead. Ah, I see. I have not played a single Resident Evil game, so I hold no stakes in this conversation, but if I ever feel the urge, I will keep your advice in mind. I already paid for the remake and enjoyed it. I don't think I got a reason to buy this in-game again, and that is fair. I like this hair. This hair is really fun to draw. I gotta do more stylized hairstyles more often. Oh, I guess it's kind of blocking the hand. I'm gonna have to erase some of it. One, it's $5. Two, remake cuts so much important content that's not even the full experience at that point. That's fair, but I mean, if you already paid for the remake, then yeah, just play the remake. I even if a game is $5, I still sometimes get like, do I really need it? And then other times I just like impulse buy. I'm like, yeah, sure. I bought a fancy program for doing lighting effects for my VTuber because it was only $5, and I still really just like haven't even bothered to learn how to use it. I really need to do that. Okay, let me finish out the body and the muscles. And then I can get back to rendering the fun hair. I guess I gotta remember the gloves that I added. Messed up my lines. Doing joints is always weird. Maybe that's something I need to practice a little bit more is how joints look. I don't know. I don't know. I'll just never understand Capcom making really good remakes for 2 and 4 and then with 3 deciding to ruin the game entirely. That would be weird. Hmm. I don't know. Resident Evil is really just something I have never ever dipped my toe into, so I don't know. I mean, hey Kaz, if you enjoyed it, that is what is important. So Resi 3 is a pretty good game. It got some good scary designs. Nemesis was pretty cool. It was like MRX, but much faster. But Nemesis started to get annoying later into the game due to him always appearing and being the only boss. The idea was cool at first, but it got stale after the boss near the bridge. The game is also horribly short. I had to run in 6 hours completed. Ooh. I mean, I guess that depends on like the price of the game, but that is kind of short for a game. And then it just like kind of depends on if it has any replayability or not. That can be a big damper on it. Excited for Resi 4? Just want to play on a harder difficulty? Ooh. Well then, I hope that that game treats you well and you have lots of fun with it. Wild because Nemesis never had those problems. They invented them for the remake. Interesting. I'll never understand certain features that companies choose to like add or remove for remakes. Half the time when I see a company like remake a popular game, they're like, "Hey, you remember this feature that everyone loved from the original game? Let's ruin it. Let's get rid of it." Played the previous two and three on assist mode because I get scared easily and I'm not good at the game. That is so fair, Kaz. I get scared super easy. That's why I don't really stream horror games. I like to consume my horror games through the means of someone else playing them. I like watching someone else play them. And unfortunately, I am just not brave enough to be the vessel for other people to watch horror games through. That's weird, but Nemesis, at least from start to half, was pretty cool. Made the game more tense. Ooh, okay. Not trying to be annoying, but I just don't understand how Capcom has proven they can remake old games in that exact style, yet decided to fumble on that singular game. Be an interesting question to ask them. Like, were you just trying to do something new and cool and improve and failed, or like just didn't care? Uh-uh. I mean, I think often with games companies, it is them trying to do something new and interesting that they think will go over well that just doesn't work the way they wanted it to, but I don't know, don't ask me. I'm not a game developer. Capcom is an interesting company. Capcom makes good games a lot of the time, but I will say some of the choices they make baffle me from time to time. There you go, looking good. I think it was time constraints. Couldn't add all the cut content back. Couldn't get Nemesis as a constant threat working. Couldn't do a bunch, so they shipped as is. I see. They security breached it. Because that's like... I could talk for hours about FNAF security breach and all of its issues, but I mean, that's kind of what the problem came down to with that game as well. Right? There was so much extra content they wanted to add, but they didn't like focus on making a functional game first, and it ended up as just like a disaster for everyone. TBH, I started Resident Evil in a weird order. It started with 7, 8, 2, 3, and then want to continue with 4. Yeah. I mean, that happens with games, though. Oftentimes you, like, play one of the newer ones, and then if you decide you like it, you go back to play the rest of the series. It is a bit of a weird order, but it makes sense how we arrived there, Kaz. At the very least, the Resident 3 remake works. That's fair. It is a playable, functional game. Barest of bare minimum, but there you go. Thank you for the hydrate reminder, Kaz. That's a good idea. I should have some water. I made that a little too thick. Let's slim it down a little. They're kind of like sweatbands or something or whatever. I can definitely say I enjoyed my time, so everything is fulfilled. That is good. That is the most important thing, as long as you had a good time playing the game and you don't feel ripped off. We're making pretty good progress on this design, I think. We're at almost 2 hours here. And I'm a good chunk of the way through the line art. Clean that up a little. Fix that line. I do kind of like the way this pen works, because I definitely don't like to spend too long on my line art. I like to just be able to have lots of like little overlapping lines, and if something's not perfect, just like kind of scribble over it a little. And I find when I get in the flow of using this pen, I can really start doing that a lot more, which is nice. Because obviously, like, it's not completely opaque on the first stroke. So by kind of just, like, lining over the spots I like a little bit more, I'm able to emphasize the good lines, and then the messier lines kind of just fade. Which is good, I like that. Keeps the line art nice and sketchy. And still looking good. I was considering one thing here with the top. I was maybe gonna do like a little ring here for like the spike that Lucario has on its chest. I don't know if that's gonna look good though. No, I think I'm gonna just stick with the top the way I had it. I don't think it quite fits the style I'm going for. Beautiful. I like her. No, that's too much. I'll add like another chain in between here. Wanted to have some good like layered necklaces. I always think that's fun. Dope. Okay, I'm gonna finish up the hair. I also need to do more stuff on the SMP. I haven't been on our SMP in a while. It is still alive. We're still paying for the realm. I've just been a little lazy with doing stuff on there lately. But I think I definitely need to get back at it. There we go. She's looking pretty awesome. I like the design. I like the stylization. I feel that I am definitely cooking today. Might just be a good art day. It's been a little while since I felt I was having a good art day, so that's nice. We love to see that happen. It's a good art day. It'll make doing my summer VTuber design even easier. Should be awesome. I think I might just be using, I might end up just using a chain brush to do the little loopy chain here. That sounds easier. So let me do the belt and stuff and then I'll do the chain. Add the nice little studs along the side. Okay, let's find a good chain brush. Gotta do this on a layer above so I can color it properly at the end. It's this and then thin chain. Yeah, there we go. I just need to make sure that this is white and then there we go. Yeah, that's the stuff. That looks pretty good. I'm just gonna correct it a little bit so it goes where I want it to. And yeah, that looks pretty good to me. And just go back here and kind of finish up the loops. I'm enjoying. Okay, I'm gonna just erase this little bit of the chain that goes behind the leg. And then it's belt time. I guess I could rotate the canvas for this part, but I don't like rotating my canvas even in moments when it would like arguably be way easier. Here, let's do it. Let's actually rotate the thing. There, yeah. I definitely should have done that. That was easier. Got a special direction for the drawing, or do you have a certain idea? Yeah, we're pretty much arrived on a I am making her hella punk kind of thing. It's very Pinteresty punk, but I think most of my fashion stuff ends up being Pinteresty because they're for fashion dolls. And that's kind of where we're at with it, is just like punk Lucario. Very fun, very cute. This one really came together super, super fast. I saw Lucario and I thanked the wheel for giving me an easy one today. Some little stitches along the bottom here. And then let's do the fun little aura patterns. These will be in a nice, like, bright blue. So they'll look very fun and poppy, and you can tell that they're aura. Watching in ghost mode. Oh, hello, Angel. I hope you're enjoying your lurk. And then I add some visible stitch marks because I want it to look like she did this herself. This is like a custom thing that she added to these pants. I'll do the tattoos at the end, I think. Let's do the boots. I don't typically put boots like layered under pants. I typically prefer to layer them over top, but for Lucario, just the way that that mon looks, this just feels right. Kind of already looks like he's wearing shorts with tall boots that go underneath them. We're almost done. Almost done the line art. Oops. I do not need white for the pen. There we go. And I did it again. Sometimes there's the button for my for my eyedropper is on the top of my pen, and sometimes I don't pay attention to where it is on the pen and I press it when I try to do lines, and it is most annoying. Okay, let's add laces to the boot. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, let's do the tattoos and then we're ready to color. Very exciting. Thank you for the hydrate reminder, Kaz. Let's have some water. It's a good idea. I feel refreshed. Okay, there's the fighting type tattoo. Then we'll do like the aura tattoos. And then the steel type one up here. Good. Very nice. I like. Let's hide that sketch layer. Yeah, this is looking fire. I like this. I think this might be one of my favorite ones yet. I'm very happy with the line art. Oh, and I preemptively got out my skin tone picker so that we can not have to deal with me flipping back and forth. Or having to hide a bunch of layers so that I can open it without risking showing off my file drive. Okay, start with like just a general fill. Oh, I added too much detail around the nose. Oh no, okay. I'll definitely have to come back and clean that up later. Is that all the skin? That's all the skin. It's mostly on the top half. Okay. Then I'm gonna do like a deep purpley blue gray-ish for all the black. I think I might make like the tongues, this like inner part of the boots, something else though. I think that might look good. I'm definitely gonna need to do some highlights on all these black parts. I think I want to make the hair blue. I was like, ooh, do I do that black and the hat blue? Or, well, okay, it's black on the Pokemon, so maybe. But I feel like the color balance works better. No, that's not bad. I feel like I could add like a little gradient to blue at the ends of the hair, and that like might look neat. Maybe we do that. I feel like that can't be black. I feel like we gotta make that a different color. The belt can be black though. Okay. Something like that. Somewhere like that is good. Let's get that muted teal blue in there now. Yeah, like that color. This is gonna be most of the highlights, or not highlights, most of the bits that I choose to be blue will be this blue. It's like a good denim color. We can keep that as the denim. Oh, I definitely missed some spots when doing the color fill for the skin tone. Whoopsies. And then this band can be black up here. I do clean a lot of this up when I go do rendering if anyone's worried. And then yeah, we're just gonna get like a nice tan gray color for this top. Yeah, that's very Lucario. I like it. And then just a little bit of light blue for the accents. It's typically hard to get tattoo ink to look this bright, but it's my design and I can do what I want. This is like gonna be a little more orange. The tattoos can be cool and magical. I'm alright with that. Okay, it doesn't look any good to make this teal. Because I feel like this way you can actually like see the laces. Or do we make it light blue instead? Is that too much light blue? I feel like it's not too much light blue. Yeah, I kind of like that because then I feel like it gives this aura pattern. It kind of makes it flow across like the full body. Like it goes all the way up the legs here and then all the way up the pants and then into her tattoos. And I think that looks pretty neat. Okay, and now that this looks like a mess, let's render it. Let's tint that a little bit towards red. That is the fill bucket. Let's get my nice cream pencil that I like to use for both sketching and my rendering details back. Nice 25 is probably a good size for it. Yeah, like that's probably okay. I might make it just slightly darker. Question is just where do I want the light to be coming from? And I think I actually do want it on this side of her body, so means I get to do all of the tattoos in shadow. Yippee yay me. Well, thank you so much for the sunglasses and the flower crown, Jess. I'm so cool now. Oh, and a blanket. Yeah, I think it's the... Fuck, which ones are items? The flower crown and the blanket don't work together just because they're both item scenes. And that's just how VTube Studio works. Thank you for the save reminder. Let's do that. Probably a good idea. Would be devastated if I lost all my work. Grab that back. Oh, I missed a little bit of hair. This is what all this rendering time is for. I miss many, many things when I just do the fill bucket. Yeah, and I think I'll make the ends of the hair that light blue. Almost the complete package. It gets close. I have to... I don't know. I don't know if VTube Studio has added any settings or not to change how item scenes work, but currently with the way my toggles are set up, the item scenes just don't like to stack on top of each other. Back to being a ghost sounds good. Enjoy your lurk. Yeah, that looks cool. I like just these little touches of the light blue. I think they look so sick. Get those little baby hairs. Beautiful. Okay. There we go. I guess I'll go in with some highlights now while I'm here. I like that highlight color. That looks very nice. I think I just like making things shiny, man. Oh, I forgot some of the shadow on her face. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back and do that in just a sec. I still gotta do the makeup. I'm gonna render and then do it. It's kind of not a great order, but it's just how I'm gonna do it. It'll be fine. This stuff I have to shade in like actual pure black or it will not show up. And even so, you can't really see it. If you give me a minute to do the highlights on the black, then it'll all start showing up and making sense. Do like kind of a light purple. And then we can kind of highlight where all the things we want to show off are. Show where I've added like details like those earrings. Show where the edges of things are. Kind of just, yeah. Making everything look like it actually has shapes and is not just like a blob of the void. Very good. Fill in this little collar shape there. We'll revisit the face in a little bit. That definitely still needs work, but for now, let's do the shading for the teals. Still haven't colored any of the little studs. I really gotta do that. Haven't picked a color yet, but we will get there. Lots of teal stuff to shade. I guess all of the shorts are this teal. So, lots of work for me. Lots of shading. All of this has been going really smoothly today. I really can't complain. Move the shadow just a little further over. Not that whole thing needs to be in shadow, just a little. And then my highlight color. Let's go. Oh no, I'm missing some of the spots underneath the chain. Better get to those. Okay. Looking pretty good. Do the top really quick. And then bright color there. Gorgeous. I'm having a lot of fun with this one. The rendering is fun, the design is really fun. This is a good one. This might be my favorite so far. She's very awesome. I like her hat. And you know, also everything else about her, but that style hat is just so fun. Yeah, we can do these bright blues next. Beautiful. Okay. And then I need to really sell the brightness of this. Just a little bit of almost white. Just don't color over that. Okay, awesome. That's looking pretty good. It's really just the spikes now that need our attention before we do the face. Gonna go with a bluish gray here. Most of those I'm not going to bother shading, but I will shade the ones on the toes because they're kind of big. I feel like that would be noticeable if they weren't shaded. And over here, we can add a little bit of highlight at least for those. Very nice. Oh, and I can't forget about the ones on the hat. I'll make those gray too. Yeah. Oh, and we gotta do the chain too while we're doing all the grays. So the way I do that with these brushes, oh, let me just color in everything that's supposed to be behind it really quick. My bad. Okay. So the way I color these chain brushes in, because they're like a flat thing, like that's filled with white. So the way I do it is I just get the color I want it to be. We go like that. I clip it to the layer below, and then I set it to multiply. And that way it applies the color to the white parts, but it keeps your black line art. Thumbs up. If you've ever wondered how to do that, that's, in my opinion, the easiest way to make it work. And because of how multiply works, the color looks the way it normally does if you just put it on a white background. So there you go. That's how that works. Okay, let's get back to our rendering layer. It's time for us to visit the face. I'm back. I always like seeing how messy it is up close. Looks really cool from far back, and that's what matters. Okay, let's get a nice off-white for the eyes. This one is more in shadow, so I need to pick like a more shadowy color or else it will look weird. Lovely. Okay. Ooh, Lucario has red eyes. Okay. We'll do like kind of a coppery red for the eye color then. And a shadow for on this side. Make it even a little darker than that. That's like noticeably shadowed. And then I like to do like just a nice little highlight at the bottom. Yeah! Oh, that looks way better. Okay, and then we'll do the teeth. I like to just pick a white with a little bit of yellow in it. No one's teeth are perfectly white. Come on. Looks more realistic that way, I think. Thanks for the posture check, Kaz. Let me sit up a little straight. And the hydrate. Straighten out my back. And cheers, let's all drink our water. Yeah, well, this looks so dope. Okay, I'm gonna add the little highlights in the eyes. Smaller one in that eye because it's in the shadow. I think I did it too big. Yeah, there we go. Oh, she looks sick. Okay. I'm gonna do just this one more trick that I do because I know there are some gaps in some of the lines and stuff. So we're gonna select outside, invert our selection, fill, and then just anywhere like under the arm. We're just gonna get rid of that. But that helps like some of the random line gaps that there are not to look so like crazy obvious. It's a little trick that I like to use from time to time if I'm worried there's going to be a lot of line gaps. It saves a lot of time. It looks pretty sick. Thank you so much, Kaz. I'm really happy with this one. There she is, Lucario. Didn't take me 4 hours. Yippee! We did so good, chat. Where's my mouse? Mouse, hello. Saving my work is a good idea, Kaz, yes. Control S. To saved for the final time. She's wonderful. And I think I really got the Lucario essence on this one. I think she looks really awesome. I wish it took 4 hours. I mean, that doesn't mean I'm ending stream. We're still even drawing today. We're just gonna be working on more designs for me. We're gonna be working on my clothes in just a few minutes because I am going to take a little break while I go get myself set up for that. So go get yourself a snack or some food or a drink or whatever you need. Go take a stretch, touch some grass, whatever you see fit to do with your break. I will be back shortly and we can do some VTuber design. Hello, I am back. Why am I sweating? Why am I sweating? What happened? Turn that off. I was hungry. So I got myself a pizza pop. Welcome back, thanks guys. I'm gonna enjoy my little snack for a minute, and then it'll be time to do some work on my VTuber. If you haven't been following along for whatever reason, we're working on a new outfit for my VTuber. I haven't done any streams with this yet. It's just been my short form. So if you don't watch my short form stuff, it would honestly kind of make sense that you don't know about this. But now you do. Now you know about it. We're doing a summer outfit for my VTuber. It is going to be music festival themed. And I really need to lock in what that design is going to look like so I can actually start drawing and rigging it. So that it can be ready to go for like June or July, hopefully. I would like June. I don't know if it will actually be ready for June. So it's like soft date of either June or July. Either is good, as long as I get to debut it this summer. But first I'm going to have my snack. Pizza pop. I've got my Pinterest board ready to go. I've got my little file for it up on Clip Studio. Actually, maybe I'll take you down there and I can tell you about what we've got going so far while I have my snack. Let's do that. I guess Lucario doesn't need to be on the screen anymore, huh? Let's get rid of him. So here we are. These are the thumbnails that I did for my design for my my summer festival muffins. I think my favorite of them, I can't draw on that layer. Thank you for the save your work reminder, Kaz. Oh, nope, that's my file directory. Hold on. I didn't preemptively save this. What? How is it trying to save that? What is it doing? No, don't save as a PNG. Save in Clip Studio. Okay, there we go. Now it's saved. We're all good. So, nope, that's white. I'm having so much trouble just showing you guys which design I like. This one here, number 2, was I think my favorite of the designs, but people really liked like this little butterfly top on the short form stuff. And I still kind of want to incorporate some of like the vine details. We don't care about this one. This one wasn't very good. So I think we'll kind of be trying to combine all of those elements together into a nice cohesive final design. I really like the silhouette of this one with the hair, so I'm excited to do that. And then once we're done that design, I do have my new VTuber. Or I guess not new, I guess it's current now, but the file is called new VTuber. I do have my current VTuber design. The full file for it with all the layers and things imported into Clip Studio as well. So, you know, in the rare case that we actually do manage to blast through all of the design work for it, we can get started on drawing the outfit for the actual real VTuber, but I will say I doubt we will get there today. I think we'll probably finish up the design and I'll be happy with it. Here is the Pinterest board I put together of inspiration. Obviously, you can see there's a lot of hair stuff. But lots of stuff. I really like this little skirt cape thing. I don't know, it looks good. Lots of bright and glowy stuff, lots of flowy extra stuff. I like the vines a lot. We'll definitely try and incorporate some vines. Yeah, I'm feeling good about it. I'm excited to have long hair. Because it's very short to this design. Longest thing I've got are my braids, but I think it will be fun to have long hair for this. This is taking longer to eat than I thought it would, sorry gang. Gotta have my little snack, it's important. Okay. Let's get to it, shall we? Where did I put my pen? There's my pen. I set this damn thing down for a minute and it always disappears. I'm not a big fan of that. Okay. Let's just bring in the drawing figure so I don't have to do any drawing of unnecessary things. This is going to be our lovely little model for our clothing today so that I don't have to do extra work. Saying goodbye in ghost mode. Sounds good, Angel. Thanks so much for dropping in. It was nice seeing you today. Thank you for lurking. I hope you have a great day. Make that nice and tiny. Okay. And then this layer just needs to come up on top of there. Goodbye. Okay, so kind of the silhouette I want to stick to with this one is like the high-waisted shorts, kind of in like this shape. Just because that feels a little more me. And then the short little like tube or tank top or whatever I decide to do for that. And then I like having the big kind of see-through-y jacket over top of it. But I guess the thing people liked was the butterfly top. So can I manage to do the butterfly top and also have that fun jacket? Is that a reasonable thing to have? Pull that up there a little bit. And then, I mean, I can make the see-through shirt thingy a little bit more like open. Like make the seam for it sit kind of here. And then give myself just like big sleeves. And then obviously that's like a mesh or a fishnet or something. So it kind of sits open like that. I kind of like that. And then that's a way to kind of incorporate both the butterfly top and that jacket thing that we liked. I say we as if anyone is making these decisions other than me, but yeah, you get it. I would change that necklace if we're going with more of a nature theme. And then I think the thing that I liked with this one so much with this design here, I'm gonna just circle it for our future convenience, was just like how much extra flowy stuff there was going on. And obviously I can do that all with like cool vines. I might add some little star trinkets involved in the vines, but we can keep that as mostly vines. Could need to do something up there, but that's pretty good otherwise. Keep the shorts decently plain. I might put a design or something on them, but I'm not sure about that just yet. And then, yeah, bunny ears. We gotta remember to work around the bunny ears. And my horns. Those are also important. Then we have kind of the base, and then we'll do hair up. Very, very big, long bubble braid. This is non-negotiable. I do have this one end in kind of like a star shape. We could still do that. I do really like doing that, but it's not necessary. We can change it if need be. but it feels very fun and I like it. And then we have like lots of fun stuff. I'll probably weave like some vines through there. Can have like some little butterfly charms, but also it needs like extra smaller braids in and around it, little like ribbon pieces and stuff. Essentially the hair just needs to be really busy and be rigging hell for me because that's just how it's gonna go. Um but yeah, I like this for silhouette. This is looking pretty good. And then big shoes. Should be no surprise that there will be platform shoes involved with this. Once again, I didn't leave enough space for platform shoes, but you get the idea. And then I want to do like big kind of leg warmers. Where's a good image? Like these kind of boot leg warmers. I guess those are full fuzzy boots. I'm just doing leg warmers, but that kind of idea. Or like tall socks or whatever. Um, put like a little pouch or something there. Some useless straps. Love some useless straps. Then more like fun beads and flowy shit off the boots. Yeah, that kind of preserves the silhouette that I like while like incorporating the stuff that we liked from some of the other designs. I think that's going to be the way to do it. I think that's the stuff right there. Um I'm going to move this all over now and then we're going to just go more into detail about what this design is going to look like. Because there's lots to consider. There's lots to consider here. So, I mean, let's do the hair first because the hair is going to be very important. There's me. That's my noggin. Horns and ears. Not going to really detail them out, but I need to make sure I remember that they're there and I need to plan around them. Okay. Now let's figure out how this hairstyle actually works. So it needs to be pulled back. We got the big bun up there for the start of it. I don't know if I want like kind of visible hairbands in the middle of these or if I just want them to kind of be like magical bubble loops. I could make a case for both. They could both be really cool. And yeah, the star shape at the bottom. I do like the star shape. I kind of want to keep it. I think it looks fun and whimsical. Okay, and then have like kind of some ends still down of my hair for sure. I think that looks nice. And then I definitely still want to have like a little bit of bangs visible. Kind of flipped like that, and then the rest can stay sort of pulled back. Then as a part of this, we also need to add all of these like little braids. Yeah. I don't think there's anything particularly special I want to add with this other than what I've already talked about and that I can remember for doing the final sketch. We have that like braid kind of woven through. I put like one or two of these little butterfly thingies on it. We can make them real butterflies. I can probably make them flap their wings. It'll just be annoying and difficult and take longer in the rigging phase. I also kind of want to put one up on my horn because I think that looks really cute. But yeah, that's where we're kind of landing on that. That's easy peasy. That's not too bad. Okay, and now for the butterfly top. So we can either go the route of like basing this off of a real butterfly, or I can make it very whimsical and not life accurate at all. Um, but honestly, I feel like basing it off of a real butterfly just looks cooler. The question is, what butterfly? Hold on, let me see if I can just find like a straight up list of butterfly species. Okay, this one has a lot of butterflies on it. This is like a person's personal photography blog with all of the butterflies that they've spotted, so I think that'll be useful to me. A king swallowtail. A scarce swallowtail. I cannot read all of these. I'm just gonna look until I find one with a really cool wing pattern. Oh, he's fuzzy! This one's cool. Oh, I like this one. I didn't consider how I was gonna like save or bookmark the ones that I like. I'm just gonna write them. Nope, I've already spelled it wrong. One R, two N's. Jaggerwing. Okay. That's a cool one. I like that one. That one's neat, but I feel like wouldn't be very interesting for the top. Oh, this one has like the fake eyes on it. I like this one. This one's cool. The Krathus Tiger Wing. I think that's neat. I guess I can kind of get creative with the colors if I want to, but having the pattern based on something real definitely seems cool. That one's pretty neat, but I don't know if it'll look great on the top. I like that guy up there. He's pretty cool. I understand why this one is called a giant owl. The ones with the eyes are so spooky. This one's cool. With like the dots, I could steal some inspiration from that. That's cool. That one's very complicated. That one's neat too. All of these ones are really cool. I like this one with the taller stripes. I didn't see how many butterflies were going to be on this list. I'm honestly just going to scroll until I reach the bottom, I think. Looks like there's still quite a ways to go. Look at this guy! Look at his nose! Oh, that's cool! I didn't know shit like that existed. That sounds neat. We'd have to modify that obviously to keep the top TOS, but like that's sick as hell. Oh, this one's also really cool. It's another glasswing. That's so neat. That's such a long name. This one's very beautiful. I like it a lot. I thought I knew a lot of butterflies from Animal Crossing. Apparently I was wrong. There's still so many more. Oh, that's terrifying. That looks like a horror creature on its wings. This is so many more butterflies than I ever knew existed. Wow. This one's pretty. This one just looks like leaves. I'm learning so much. This is so good. Thank you to this person's butterfly blog. This is very helpful. This one's pretty. Trying to find the ones with like interesting markings. The ones that are just a nice color are not the most helpful for my purposes here, because I am just gonna arbitrarily pick whatever color goes best with this design. I really like those glasswing ones. This one's neat though. I like this one. And then these are a bunch of unidentified ones, so that won't help me. All right. I have so many butterflies to pick from. I think I like the glasswings the best, so we're gonna go look at those. Although this one was pretty good. I mean, while we're here, I can draw a quick one based on that. I'm just gonna hide my butterfly list for a second so I can put more stuff there. Okay. Gotta try and look really closely at the vein patterns on the wings. Gonna do my best to copy them. And then try and give these like a nice iridescent shine, which I definitely won't hate myself for when I have to rig at all. Okay, there's one option. Let's try something with the glass wings. I think that's what I found coolest. Hope I didn't go too far. I don't think I went too far. I think they're just up a little bit further. Yeah, there's the glass one I was looking at. Okay, that one is cool as fuck, and I think I want to do this one. Uh, it doesn't have quite as pointy of of wings. They're a little more like rounded out like so. Which is fine, I can make that work. Let's grab the ready orange that I've been using. So I think we're gonna invert it, because obviously if I make the center parts clear, I don't know, I just don't think that's appropriate for Twitch.tv. So we're gonna make instead these outer parts here clear. Unless I just add like this little artistic band here. I don't know. Here, let's just sketch the whole thing out and then I can decide. But then yeah, they have these like tall kind of striped veins on the wings. Bottom ones are like the circle with then the little stripes. And I think that that could be super cool. Let's just throw some color at it real quick as like a little experimentation. I'm going to use the blue and orange that the butterfly has. That's probably not going to be the final colors for the design, but just for today's sake. And yeah, we're going to invert it. So the orange is going to be like the interior part here. And then we have this nice like blue on the outsides. And then this blue stuff is all cool and transparent and you can see through it. And it doesn't have that great of an effect over the sketch, but like, yeah. And then it has, yeah, yeah. My brain's going faster than I am able to explain what I'm thinking, but it kind of has this like cool, fun, I mean, glass, like it's glass. And I could incorporate that very well with like the other butterflies that are on the design. I'll probably make like a similar style to this top. But then B, I feel like it allows me to use like lots of other fun little like vinyl or glass aspects of it. Cool, twinkly, see-through, all fun. I think my playlist is over. And I like that idea. I think that's a great idea. Switch my playlist over. Yeah, I can have these little bits. If I want to put some beads on them, I can. But I think that's a good idea. I think that's cool and I like it. And then we can still have like the cool little wing patterns. Something like that. Simplify them. I don't know. I'm like teetering on the line. I still want it to look fun. I don't want anything about it to look like too delicate or fancy. But I do really like the idea of doing the glass wing. Look at how cool that motherfucker is. I like it. I think it's cool. So something like that for the top, and then it's just kind of matching everything else to that style. The shorts are fine. The shorts are going to be a pretty basic piece, so I'm not super worried about them. I think it's just then figuring out like the little vine details, which again, also I think aren't going to be too hard. Just this, and I hang that everywhere. I'm considering maybe also adding like a little star bead piece to some of the vines and some of the places. Just because that kind of matches with like my brand and my aesthetic. I've got the little star vines on a lot of stuff. And it also ties in a little bit of a star motif to the rest of it. I wonder if I could even put those on the top a little bit. Like, instead of just the glass beads, we make them stars. I feel like that also makes it a little bit more poppy and fun, which I think is really cool. Yeah, okay, let's hide a bunch of this so I can now work on that jacket. The jacket, I think, is going to be the other big piece for this. I guess then, yeah, using the see-through butterfly works really well with the jacket, huh? Because the jacket is also see-through. Little model for me to draw that jacket onto. And then... So we'll have it cropped like about there. This is where the zipper or buttons or whatever I choose to put on it will connect it. And then we have these like nice big baggy sleeve shapes. And then this jacket is like nice and ultra cropped as well. Nothing is a normal length. Not for this fun, impractical music festival outfit. There. And then yeah, we see like the butterfly top. That's underneath. So we can't take away too much attention from that. I'll probably have a jacket on and jacket off version. I imagine it'll be easy enough to make the jacket just toggleable, so I'll make the jacket toggleable. The problem is now just figuring out how to make this jacket an interesting piece of its own without taking too much away from the butterfly top. Let's go back to my Pinterest board. I think I have some stuff saved like this. I have this top saved. Which I think is fun. Ooh, that star bandana is cute. I feel like if I make it like kind of star themed, I hope that doesn't take away too much from the butterfly. I want to make it this like really wide crochet knit kind of fishnet style. I guess if I have a jacket on and jacket off version, I can worry a little bit less about taking away from the butterfly thing. Because it's like basically just two different outfits, right? And then I don't want this on every cross section, but on like every other kind of cross section if I have these like big chunky star pieces. And then we do like a big obnoxious zipper. I think that's fun. This one's done with buttons, but I think I like the way the zipper looks better. And then that'll pair nicely with the shorts. Okay, yeah. It's trying to balance those two things, because I want to kind of have like the starry night sky thing going on, or that kind of thing. Very bright colors on dark, but then also the butterfly thing going on. And I need to balance it enough that this outfit works as a complete total outfit with jacket on and jacket off. I've given myself quite a challenge, but I think I'm getting somewhere with it. That is my home feed. Wait, where'd my board go? Oh, there, okay. No. There we go, I found it. And I think I can also accomplish that by just like weaving stars and butterflies into the hair. And I think that's pretty good. So if the top is like this kind of cut, open at the top, little zipper going on there, big sleeves. Yeah. Stars. Yeah, I think that works. I think I like that. I've been turning this design over in my head for a while, so it's actually not been too hard to kind of actualize it. I think the only other thing we maybe have to think about now is the shoes and how we're going to make the shoes match. Because we've got these like nice, fun, chunky platform shoes. Kind of basic like that. And the big like sock leg warmer pieces. And then the question is just how do we spice that up a little bit? How do we make that not boring and also match with the theme? And I think we're gonna go for a little search on Pinterest. Just a moment. I want to see the cool things people have done to their shoes for festivals. Let's take a look. I like this like beads on the the laces and like around the back. All super cool ideas that I think we can definitely incorporate. A lot of them just have lots and lots of straps colored. Damn, a lot of these are cool. People are creative. My options are limitless. It just depends on what kind of aesthetic I want to go for. I wonder if Hey. I wonder if I do two shoes. Two shoes. Obviously, I have two shoes. I wonder if I do two different styles of shoes, is what I mean. So I have one that's like the short shoe with the sock, and then the other one that's like more of like a boot. And it's taller. It's taller than the one with the sock. And we have like some nice variety. Love doing that. Haven't got sick of that design thing yet. And I don't want to make them like completely different, but I think one can have like more of like the butterfly theme and the other can have more of the star theme. Maybe, or I can just harmonize them even if they're different. We can do, I always like this little thing. People put like butterfly wings through their laces. And then we can have like that kind of deal. Unify them a little bit. Definitely I have room for doing some like candy style bracelets up here. Put some stars on that, make that like cool and fun and all of that. I could put like a pattern print up this one. I don't know if I want to do that. Is keeping it just the short shoes just gonna look better? I gotta take this to the silhouette thing. Okay. Because I do already have a lot going on there if I want to keep it with like the vines on the shoes. However, I could opt for, get that. So there's the sock and then there's the tall boot. And see, I do always really like how that looks. I think it's fun. Is it too asymmetrical for this design? Then we just have like the short vine pieces. I think it looks good. I mean, it's not like you guys really ever see my feet. I don't really show those on stream very much. So I think that's pretty good. For the waist, I think maybe just like a couple of extra belts. Add more little charms and some vine stuff, and I think that's pretty good. I want my face. I want a little screenshot of my face. Yeah, let's hop into the new VTuber file. I actually might just sketch this into the new VTuber file for the time being. I just gotta figure out what I need to turn on to make that happen. A lot of my stuff is off right now. Give me a minute. This is a fun little behind the scenes of all the parts that exist for this damn model. Oh, slowly, slowly. I don't need that. Some of those are toggle things. My ears, I do need those. Forgot how many damn layers were in this thing. Slowly. Hey, look, that's kind of my face. We're almost there. Just a handful of more stuff to make visible. Oh my god. And then there's all that but copied. This looks a little creepy. I'm gonna have to fix a little bit of this. Okay, I think that's most of my face. I just need to fix the one part of it. I don't remember what that layer is called. Oh no! Let's see if I can just select it like this. Because that is specifically, yeah. Some extra eyelid stuff I have that was there to fix. Okay. A lot of that can get hidden. I know I had to do a couple of passes to make the makeup look right, but I forgot it was this wonky. There we go. Okay. There is me. That's my base model. Looks kind of weird without having the fun eyeshadow colors, but that's fine. We'll work with that. I mostly just want it so that I can draw on top. Why do I have both sets of ears active? It's just... Oh, you can't see this. You can't see how long it's taking to go through the layer menu. I forgot I still have my references up. We're gonna be here for a minute. I promise stuff is happening and we're not just staring at my VTuber looking a little bit weird and lifeless because not all of the proper layers are turned on. It's close enough to give me the idea of what I need to do. We're almost there, I think. Yeah, we're almost there. Okay, we've reached the top. Now we may sketch. Nope, that I still have the move tool active. Whoopsies. Okay. Now I just want to do like a nice quick little sketch for what I want my makeup design to look like. I want to have stars on the corner of my eye. I think that could look very cool. I think that might be a little big. Round it out a little, make it look a little more contained. This also is something that's probably going to be a little bit annoying and time consuming whenever I get around to doing it. I had only one thing saved and it was with like the little gems, right? I still want to do some little gems, just maybe not like quite like that. You kind of do them like sparkled around my face like little stars. And then I'll probably do like the typical mismatch that I have for my eye colors. Oh, that's way too far in. Hello. Yeah, something like that I think is good. I almost want something that goes over the center of my nose. We could have like some little star-shaped gems. There, I think that's better. And then make it look like kind of little starry sky on my face, and that's cute. And then we can pop like a butterfly up here. I like that. We've got about half an hour left. I think I am going to go through and do the actual sketch for what I'm going to put on the VTuber. Which is gonna take a minute because I'm gonna have to hide some layers. I think the fastest way to do them is just like select them through here. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, and then there's some stuff from the top that can all be hidden. Oh yeah, my arms are kind of in a weird order on the base model. I totally forgot about that. We can ignore that. That doesn't actually matter. They're fine on the model, and that's actually what counts. So they get to be like that on just the base model. Okay, festival muffins. Let me hide my research tab. If I can find my mouse. Hello, mouse. There it is. Okay. And then we're gonna do this. So I can have my reference open. Lovely. Okay, very helpful. Let's do this. Oh, wait, I need to turn my hair off. I need to make myself bald on purpose. Ugh. Let's go find all my hair pieces. These are up here. Oh, and then just the little flippies. There we go. Muffins is bald. So sad. Okay, let's get sketching. That is my leg. I forgot to turn my brush on again. Epic. Okay. I'm gonna do this in blue because I think it might stand out a little bit more. I feel nervous to get started on this. I've maybe been procrastinating it a little bit. So scary having to make changes on my VTuber that I spent all of this time on. I worked very hard on this. Okay, let's start at the top here. It's kind of annoying having to do this on top of the horns and stuff, but I do need to remember where they are. Because I will need to keep in mind what is actually going to show up behind them and what won't. Okay, so the bangs kind of start there, and then the rest is going to be pulled up into the tied back style. It looks like I'm wearing a little swimming cap at the moment. Give me a minute, I'll fix that. And then do kind of a bigger piece at the front. I don't want it to look like that. I can't not have the long pieces in the front. I think it looks wrong without them. I was gonna maybe give those front pieces a little bit more of like a blunt chop look. I just think it looks good. When I do the actual line art for this, I will have the symmetry tool on, but for now, We're just getting an idea of how it all will look, so that's fine. I think those pieces are a little too thick. I don't want them to be covering my face too much. And some choppiness around my face. Maybe I don't like how that looks. Let's undo a bunch of that. I think it's looking kind of weird. Let's sort out the back and then I'll sort out the bangs. I am not gonna draw like the big long braid yet because that is actually going to be mostly behind my model, and then you'll be able to see it because physics will make it swing back and forth. And we have this little bit, the short bits kind of falling out the back. Those will stay normal. I'm debating keeping my rat tails. I kind of want to. But then I also wonder if that's like too much. Maybe I haven't designed it with the rat tails. Maybe we ignore the rat tails for now. So we just imagine that the braid is going all the way down the back right now, right? Yeah, I think the spikier hair just looks better on this model. Unfortunately, cannot pull off the blunt chopped hair. This simply looks better. And I can have like a little curl at the bottom there. Yeah, something like that. And then I guess I already drew out my little makeup design. So that's good. I'm gonna draw a better butterfly. Okay, I need to change color now because otherwise I'm going to get confused between the hair and the other stuff. Put a little butterfly on my horn. Very cute. Okay. Next up is doing the butterfly top. Let's go find the thing where I actually drew the butterfly top. I guess I probably don't need the colored bit for this, but it gives me a better idea of what I'm doing when I have the full thing laid out. So let's do it like that. I'm actually probably going to have to modify my base here so you don't see any undergarments showing through the stuff that's there so I didn't get flagged when I was doing shorts. And also, you know, just in case anything glitches with my model, I'm not just... I don't just have nothing on. Okay, so there we go. And then the pattern's gonna look like this. Definitely will be doing more refined versions of these sketches in my free time. As much as I like kind of showing off the behind the scenes of stuff like this, VTube modeling work is just something that I have to do on my own. I need to be fully, completely locked in. So unfortunately not a stream activity for me. There's that, and then we'll do my shorts, which will make about like that long. I guess I gotta decide if I want to make them cutoffs or if I want to make them cuffed. I have not decided. Let's go back to this so I can see what I'm doing. I guess I drew them cuffed in that sketch. I don't know. They're certainly not the most important part of the design, but it would be good to know. We add on my useless belts. Always need those. They're integral to a Muffins design, I would say. Yeah, let's do the folded bits. The shorts look weird without them. I want to add the decoration now, but we will wait. We'll add the decoration later. I'm gonna add this little strap with like a little utility pouch. I don't know. Good to keep stuff in. Something like that. Okay. Don't know if I should have gloves with this outfit or not. I think I have gloves with most of my outfits. Maybe I need to not have gloves with this one. I also need to have a little choker of some kind, which we didn't really decide what I was gonna put on there, but I'll figure that out. And let's color switch again so that I can draw the jacket. We'll make that cut off like right there, so you can still see most of the butterfly underneath it, which is good. That's what we want. And then nice and cropped. And let's get that big sleeve silhouette in there. Trying to cut those sleeves is going to be annoying, but that's a problem for later muffins. We make them fun and baggy. So I get to show off my tattoo sleeve pretty well, which that's cool. I like that. Okay. Those are like the approximate positions of the stars. I might just make like a proper copy and pastable pattern for this that links up so I don't have to worry so much about like being precise with it. It'll all work out. I have an idea that'll make it a little faster for myself when I actually do that off stream. I just need to see where everything is kind of landing, the shapes I need to draw. Okay. And now for the shoes. Big tall boot on this side. Yeah, I kind of run out of room at the end there for the platforms, I guess. We'll do like that. And then little wedge there and my sock. That looks pretty good. Oh, and I can't forget about the butterfly wings. I guess I'll switch one more time for colors just so I can like draw all the extra decorations that I will add. So we'll have that. Lots of little like charms and things. Yeah, this is gonna take me a little while to do when I do the actual model. So we'll just make it nice and sketchy for now. I'm back, I'm here. I was lurking during Lucario. She looked so cool. Thank you so much, Cheese. I am really happy with her. I think she might be one of my favorites. And lucky you, you didn't have to miss contributing to Drifloon. It's good to see you. I hope you've been having a good day. I don't know, maybe I do have like the vines kind of weaving up the legs. That was in one of my other designs that I was looking at, and I did think it was cool. So let's do the vines. It adds a little bit more of that nature element back in. I've been prepping for a birthday thing I'm hosting later. Ooh, that's so exciting. Is it for your birthday or someone else's? And we add all the extra little vine bits. That looks better. My birthday, I've aged. Ooh, happy birthday, Cheese. Congratulations on being old. You are unk now, as the kids say. Or maybe you were unk already, I don't know. Oh, I can send the little art I made for the announcement. Ooh, yes, I do want to see this. I will take a look as soon as I'm done streaming, which I'll probably be wrapping up once I finish this sketch. I think we've landed somewhere. It doesn't look super harmonious because of all the different colors, but like, trust. I was already unk. Oh, I'm sorry. If it makes you feel any better, I am pretty sure I am also considered unk, so we can be unk together. The hair I'm gonna have to figure out on my own time, but yeah. It looks a mess, but I know what I'm doing now, and that helps. That's a big step forward. It should all come together once I finally have it drawn all in one place. I might actually just make the front bits of the hair short. I think the long pieces are actually maybe taking away from the hairstyle a little bit. So I think I might just keep this like kind of short and choppy, like so. Not that that looks any better in the sketch, but like, you know what I'm saying. And then just have, yeah, the big braid down the back, do the big braid things. I have not decided yet if, because, okay, so I said initially we'd have it just running down the back and it would move with physics, because that's how that goes typically. But I could just like default it to a side position and then still give it movement with physics, and I will have to decide. You should have 2,000 straightened emo side bangs with raccoon stripes. Well, you say that as a joke. However, I feel like you might be onto something, Cheese. I don't know if I want it blocking my eye, but like, okay, yeah. Maybe the scene hairstyle wasn't meant to be for this one, but it does look kind of dope. Just doesn't match anything else is the problem. Oh well, it was worth trying. I think I'm gonna play around with the bangs a little bit more. They still don't look quite right to me. I'm just gonna have to sit down and draw them a few times and then I'll figure it out, I'm sure. It's a bit too scene for concert going fair, yeah. I mean, it depends on what kind of concert. But I think for like my general music festival vibes, it's maybe not the play. I'll get somewhere with the hair. That's an issue for another day, I think. But I've gotten somewhere with the design. I swear it looks messy because I did the sketch in like 15 different colors. But we've arrived somewhere. I'll be like updating the shorts and stuff that I make about it and all of that. And that'll be good, and I'll get there when I get there. But that's today for us. We did a Pokemon, and then I did some more design work. I had a very productive day today. I'm proud of myself, and I'm proud of you guys too. Look at us go, so productive. I'm gonna have a little bit more of my Gatorade. Wait, I want to see your reaction to my I'm old art on stream. It's really silly. Okay, yes. I can do that for you, Cheese. Hold on. Oh, it's so beautiful. Aw, poor cheese. Yes, that was worth looking at. I like it a lot, cheese. Good shit. Feel bad for you now. You better celebrate anyway. I think it embodies Ankh energy. It really does. That's a very good way to describe it. I like it a lot. Happy birthday. Happy being old day. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful. Well, speaking of the Discord chat, if you haven't joined the Discord yet, it's down below in the panels and you should. Thank you, I am still very fucking stupid. No wisdom TLC for me. Me too, cheese. Every year I get older and I do not get wiser. If anything, I get dumber with age. And that's just the life I've chosen for myself, I suppose. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. Ignorance is bliss, as they say. I am going to wrap up there for the day. I will be back on Sunday. I still don't think I've decided what I'm doing on Sunday. Stay tuned. I'll figure it out. It might be more design. Maybe I'll find a game to play. Who knows? We'll see. We'll figure it out. Yeah, join the Discord. I already did the Discord plug. Discord plug. I already did that. Follow me on other socials as well, where I post short and hopefully long form videos on YouTube soon too. All my links are always down below. And also follow here. Follow here. That's the important one. Follow me on Twitch. Anyway, I hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful weekend ahead. I will see you guys on Sunday. Have a very good day. Take care of yourselves. I will see you later. Bye-bye!